Breaks over. Time to get cracking once again with Dr. Larry.
Welcome back. Pillows. Finding the right pillow can be quite the challenge, and all the while, you and your head and neck may suffer the consequences while you linger around trying to find the right pillow. I know patients that have tried upwards of 20 different pillows and still no go. So let's have a little pillow talk. Let me be your pillow matchmaker. I'm like the chiropractic Chuck Woolery for you and your potential pillow. Speaking of which, if those of you that don't know, because I'm going to age myself now a little bit, on the dating show game, The Love Connection, the host Chuck Woolery asked potential daters specific, often humorous questions about their dating history, deal breakers, and preferences, which were then used by other participants to choose who they should go on a date with. The specific questions varied, but they served to reveal the personality and dating style of each contestant, setting the stage for others to make their choices. And there were questions. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to tweak those questions for you, and you're going to ask yourself these questions about your pillow, taking a little page from The Love Connection. What's the most awkward pillow you've ever tried? What's the one thing you can't stand about your pillow? What's your idea of the perfect pillow? Well, to understand how to pick the right pillow, we have to go back in history. You didn't know you were going to get a history lesson today on pillows, did you? Pillows have a surprisingly long and varied history, evolving from simple objects to cushy comforts we know today. Here's a look at the origins of the pillow development. Earliest known pillows date back to the Mesopotamia time. These were stone headrests used by the wealthy, not for comfort, of course, but to elevate the head, possibly for status, to protect elaborate hairstyles, or to ward off insects. Reed, I think you might use a stone pillow to protect your hairstyle. Similar stone pillows were used in ancient Egypt, of course, and often inscribed with the protective symbols and artifacts in tombs like King Tut's. Fast forward, ancient China. Chinese cultures used hard pillows as well, made of materials like jade, porcelain, wood, or bamboo. These were valued for their cooling properties and believed to promote health or spiritual benefits like preventing demons from stealing one's vitality during sleep. Soft fabric pillows existed but were less common. Ancient Greece and the Romans had their pillows. The Romans. Soft pillows stuffed with straw, feathers, or wool. They started to appear in Greece and Rome, and of course with the wealthy. They were used for reclining during banquets, as much for sleeping. The Greeks had a term that meant head support. Romans often used pillows decoratively. Maybe my wife is Roman. She uses a lot of pillows to decorate. I'll think about that. Middle Ages, 5th to 15th century. In medieval Europe, pillows remained a luxury, often reserved for the elite. Did you know you were elite if you had a pillow? Common fillings include straw. That doesn't sound elite. Feathers, or down. But their use was sometimes discouraged. Some Christian teaching views pillows as indulgent, and wooden headrests persisted in some regions. Meanwhile, in Asia, hard pillows like those in China remained popular. Then we've got the Renaissance, 15th to 18th century. We're moving up in time. Let's see what happened with technology and pillows then. Pillows became more widespread in Europe as textile production improved. Embroidered pillowcases, decorative pillows signaled wealth and became household staples among the growing middle class. Feather and down pillows and fillings were standard for those who could afford them, while poorer households used straw or rags. Then the Industrial Revolution and boom. Mass production made pillows more affordable. Standardized cotton, wool, and later synthetic materials became common. The modern concept of the pillow was a soft, fabric-covered cushion for sleep, solidified during this time. Standardized sizes also emerged, influenced by bedding and manufacturing companies. And then we've got now, 20th century and beyond. Innovations in materials, foam, memory foam, synthetic fibers, polyester into pillows, improving durability and comfort, specialized pillows, orthopedic, cooling gel pillows. They appear to address health and ergonomic needs. Today's pillows are universal, with designs catering to specific anybody and whoever. Well, there's a little history on pillows. I'm sure you really wanted to know that. So why then is it still so hard to pick the right pillow? Let me give you some fundamentals and understanding some basics. By the way, if you have a question about this topic, you want me to pick your pillow? You can log on to WIKB.com right now, click the Ask Dr. Larry form, and send me a question regarding this pillow topic. Or maybe if you have a question from another show as well, too, you can do that. Again, it's WIKB.com. Scroll down, click the Ask Dr. Larry, fill that form out, and if you're vacillating about which pillow to buy, you might see that I'm the pillow expert. All right, so to pick out a pillow, this is kind of some parameters that I help patients with. I'm getting serious now, by the way. This is a soft, serious talk. You need to know how many pillows you really like. One pillow or two pillows? I will say not more than two, though. So I'm gonna square box you right there. One or two, you pick. Also, if you do pick two pillows, the base pillow should or could be more firm, and the second pillow should or could be more soft for two reasons. Number one, you've got the base and then the soft, and it kind of gives the soft pillow a little bit of a base. Or if you're just not feeling it one night and your neck is stiff and maybe the soft pillow, you just need a break from the soft pillow, flip it. Now you got a hard pillow. Concept. Secondly, material. This is a big one. You know, I prefer a down pillow, but that doesn't mean you would or should. So you're going to have to pick the material that you think you might like. And I'll help you out a little bit more on that here in just a minute. And then number three, I guess in context of all this, think of your most favorite clothes. Think of what maybe generates a little too much heat for you, or maybe lets a little too much heat go, or if you're a hothead or not. What's your favorite textile? Your favorite? Is it cotton? Is it polyester? Is it silk? I don't know how much silk is used nowadays. Reed doesn't even remember silk pajamas. They're kind of gross, actually. Don't pick out a silk pillow. Okay, I'm just gonna put that one down. Don't pick a silk pillow out, please don't. I don't even know if they make them. Here's a list of common pillows, the types that are widely available in stores for the general public. All right, so with that in mind, here's your options out there. The standard bed pillow. This is for your general sleep support for all positions. Typically made of polyester fiber fill, most common, most affordable. Can include some down feathers, memory foam, or latex. The cover, of course, is going to be cotton or polyester or cotton polyester blend. Memory foam pillows, you got a hot head? Careful this one. Memory foam pillows, sometimes they can create some heat. But anyway, it's out there. Contoured support, often for neck pain or side sleepers. But don't let that fool you. Just because their purpose is for that doesn't mean it can help you out with that. Keep the framework I gave you in mind. One pillow or two, pick that out, not more than two. And then material-wise, what do you typically wear clothing-wise that you just feel good and comfortable in? 100% cotton shirt or a blend? Think that, if that's most comfortable to you, that's going to start to formalize what kind of pillow you should pick. Down feather pillows. Okay, you got to think of allergies here. But again, this is one of my favorites. It's a Dr. Larry pick, if you want to call it that. Soft, moldable comfort, often for luxury or stomach sleepers. I used to be a stomach sleeper. How about you? Can you sleep on your back? How about your side? So goose or duck down feathers, that's what you're going to get with that. And the cover is typically cotton or cotton polyester blend. Latex pillows, ooh. If you got a latex allergy, look out. But these are more firm, more eco-friendly, more hypoallergenic. They can be natural or synthetic latex. And the cover, of course, is going to be cotton, maybe some bamboo. Then there's a cooling pillow. I'm going to give Purple Pillow a little credit on this. I'm not picking a purple pillow for you. And I'm not popping my peas on purpose on the microphone. Cooling pillows. Purple apparently has a cooling pillow that works pretty good. That is at Slumberland. They have a cooling pillow that I've heard from patients is really good. So if your number one concern is just my head is hot, you might want to consider the cooling pillow. I've tried a couple different ones that said they're cooling pillows. They didn't seem to work so hot. See that little play on words there? Try a cooling pillow, purple, maybe at Summerlin. Orthopedic contoured pillows. You got arthritis, this is going to be marketed to you. And of course, the purpose is going to be to support your neck or your back. This is not an endorsement for those. I will tell you this on the clinician side of things. When it comes to orthopedic or contoured pillows, the one that's got the bump in the middle there, sometimes I'm taking them away from people because I'm like, look, you've got stenosis in your neck, you've got arthritis in your neck, and having that bump there is just pushing into the arthritis, which is pushing into your spine, which is making you miserable. So let's just ditch the fact that you need a contour pillow. Let's get you into something that is going to be helpful for you. That said, if you don't have a lot of arthritis, and if you do want some support with your neck, that's where a contoured pillow comes in. So there is a demographic thing that comes into play. There is a clinical thing that comes into play, and there's some parameters here I'm trying to give you. And then as I'm going through these points here, I'm also trying to hit some high spots and low spots I see from being in practice this long. All right, I want to shift gears here for a moment. How about hotels? Which hotel have you ever stayed at where you had the best night's sleep? Let's even throw mattress and pillow in there, but the main key is the pillow. Did you ever find out what pillow they use? Or if you can buy it online? I remember like 15 years ago, I had the opportunity to stay at the Westin Hotel in Chicago with my wife and kids. It was memorable, not because we crammed 8 of us into one hotel room with one bathroom. It was because of the pillows. They were phenomenal pillows. Now, for the show, I did a little deep dive into the best pillows of which hotel based on customer feedback. And here's the results. Westin and the Four Seasons pillows. I couldn't believe it. I was like, no wonder why. It's still true. So the Westin hotels and the Four Seasons pillows are icons of hotel luxury and designed to deliver restorative sleep through premium materials and thoughtful engineering. Westin's Heavenly pillows emphasize hypoallergenic, while the Four Seasons has the down feather blends, prioritize plush and customizable support. These people know pillows. In the Westin Heavenly pillow, introduced in 1999 as part of the Westin Heavenly bed, this was a collaboration with Simon's Bedding, these pillows revolutionize hotel sleep by focusing on well-being. Well, there's a buzzword. With soft, supportive designs. They have a cloud-like feel. They are hypoallergenic. It's polyester with a fiberfill or down alternative. They have 100% cotton shell, so if you like your cotton. Firmness options, and the customer feedback on your big online retailers, which you know what those are, is across the board really good, 10,000 plus. And some of the people, the comments is luxurious softness, neck alignment, side sleepers love the contouring, no more shoulder pain. And so the Westin Hotel really nails it as far as pillow goes. So if you're into that thing, if you really wanted to go, I want the pillow that the best hotel or one of the best hotels has, and they've already vetted it out, and you just want to make this stupidly simple, then pick a Westin Hotel. It's going to cost you a little bit though, $150 to $200, so keep that in mind. And from the Four Seasons, you can't quite buy exactly their line online, but you can get something close to it. So the Four Seasons Hotel, if you've ever stayed in one of those hotels, or you know somebody that has, the Four Seasons from a hotel perspective, they got a lot of heads that lay on their pillows and necks, and they're coming out with a lot of positive feedbacks. So the Four Seasons one, if you want to vet that out, Google it online, AI it. You can look those up and find out. The Four Seasons brand is Downlight, DOWNLITE. But just look those two up. Have some fun with that, especially if you're now into the pillow mindset. Now, could you simply just go to Wally World and pick a pillow and have it work for you? Absolutely, yes. And keep in mind to think wise to follow the basic steps that I've outlined for you at the beginning. 1 or 2 pillows, not more than 2. Pick your material, which is your comfy shirt you like. And then I recommend getting a firm one as a base layer, like think of lasagna, and a soft one. And then you can flip-flop it if you want. So there's some matchmaking criteria That's what's available on the market. But there's one more choice. I got another choice for you. A custom pillow made specifically for you. Remember, I'm just throwing you parameters and options. We're talking pillows today. And this is for those of you that just have to have the tailored fit, sized right, contoured right, exact style pillow for your head and neck. Foot Levelers, which created custom orthotics for your feet, and now just last month started creating professional, customized pillows for your head. This is new to the market. I did vet this out. I couldn't find anybody else that is doing this like they're doing it. And it's a customized, digitized pillow. So I brought the president of Foot Levelers back on the show, and she's going to talk about that after the break. It's the Pillow Matchmaking Show. More when we get back from the break. This is the Dr. Larry Radio Show.
We'll be right back with Dr. Larry.
Jensen Akins is your Whirlpool appliance headquarters. Whirlpool, Maytag, Amana, KitchenAid, brand names you know and trust, and all at the Northwood's most trusted choice for your kitchen appliances. We don't just sell Whirlpool appliances, we also service them. Prices that beat the big box stores with the service that the others don't offer. That's Jensen Akins of Conover. We may be small, but we deliver big savings. And remember, we service what we sell at Jensen Akins of Conover, of course.
Your WIKB weather is brought to you by Slumberland Furniture in Iron Mountain.
Did you know Slumberland is the nation's largest lazy boy retailer? Slumberland Furniture, where it's a good life.
On Jackson Street in Iron Mountain. Online at slumberland.com.
Here's your Iron River and surrounding area forecast. Mainly clear skies this afternoon with daytime highs approaching 74. Winds out of the west 5 to 10 miles per hour. Mainly cloudy skies expected. Tonight, lows dip down to about 49. Highs level off around 67. Tomorrow, sunny skies. From the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki on WIKB. Right now, 66.
This is Scott from Crystal Falls, and you're listening to Dr. Larry Radio.
I would never recommend buying a home without having the water tested first. It's cool, it's clear, it looks clean. Oh, it tastes good. Well, what's really in it? And we just recommend that you check it out. I'm Jennifer Toivonen. I'm a co-lab director at Whitewater Associates of AMASA. Coliform bacteria, lead, arsenic, nitrates, nitrites. You want to be sure that water is safe. I would recommend giving us a call. That way we can tailor the kit that we send to you for what you need. 906-822-7889. Give us a call.
We're back with Dr. Larry.
Oh, yeah. Pillows. You feeling the love yet? Matchmaking with your favorite pillow coming. I got one more. You got to hear this. Uh-huh. Have you thought yet? Hey, did you Google anything yet? Well, you can't if you're in your car right now or you're at work. Don't Google at work about pillows. Do it when you get home. How about custom pillows? With technology, it is now possible. And Foot Levelers is the first company to do it. So I've got the president of Foot Levelers on the show to tell us just about that. Jamie, thank you for coming back on the show. I'm excited to have you on because we're going to talk about another product that you guys have that ties directly into the whole theme of my show today, which is pillows and neck pain and what it can do for you. And so if you don't mind, just give us a general description of this custom pillow that Foot Levelers now has on the market.
I'd love to. Thank you so much, Dr. Larry, for having me back. Our new custom pillow is called the Nexi, and that stands for Next Ergonomics with Intelligence. And the tagline of that is, it's the most custom pillow. And what I mean by that is it's not just a generic pillow in a different color or firmness, but it's built uniquely for each person. And the way that we're able to do that is we take a 3D scan of your head, neck, and shoulders, which is painless. It's just a picture. And that gives us 130,000 data points to work with, plus additional personal information from you, like your age, weight, how and where you sleep, if you use a CPAP. And then we tailor that exactly how the pillow supports you. So it's got a dual-sided design. So one side is the restorative side, which contours and supports your natural head and curvature. And the other is called the recovery side, which is flatter. And you can use that side in times of acute pain or injury. Like if you've got a whiplash injury and you need a firmer support where you sleep, you would use that. So it's really dynamic, and the feedback we've gotten about it initially has been just so insanely positive. We're thrilled.
That's really thoughtful, the fact that you said even accommodating for people with CPAP. And, so again, a thoughtful process as far as, thinking this thing all the way through. I do want to touch on and have you expand a little bit on this 3D analysis. What actually is that? Give us a little bit of like a theater of the mind. I'm a patient. I've never been to a practitioner that has one of these things. What does that look like, and what can you tell our audience about the 3D analysis and what's it called and what it does exactly?
Absolutely. Our 3D analysis is actually part of a larger piece of technology called the Posture Check 3D. And really, it's just a full posture scan. So we start with your feet because your feet are your foundation of your body. And our foot scan takes 240,000 data points. That actually gives us information about how you stand and if you pronate, which basically just means do your feet still have the arches they need to support your body. And then we also take a neck scan, which is the head, neck, and shoulders that I talked to you about as well, that has 130,000 data points. And by having your neck and your feet or your toes to your nose, we're able to really put together a great picture about how your body responds to normal everyday activities like walking and sleeping. And we also have an ability now to provide products to be able to support those postures during wake or sleep.
It's fantastic. And as far as on the patient side of things, is it something like a visual display that a patient will see? Is it a printed report? How does that look as far as what a patient can walk out with so they know? Does it give you like a patient report?
It does. Yes. Actually, for both scans, for the neck and the feet both, it will give you a report of findings, which shows for your neck, it actually shows how far forward your head is over your shoulders, which is called your forward head posture. We all have usually, many of us have smartphones now. And so when we're holding them in our hands and looking down all day, that forward head posture can create a lot of problems in your head, neck, and shoulders. And a lot of you are probably going, yeah, I feel that in the back of my neck by my ears all the way down probably to your shoulders. And you create this abnormal posture when you're looking at your, down all day. And that can create a lot of problems, tension headaches, migraines, stiffness, and just really a lot of discomfort. And so this pillow has been designed specifically for your body to be able to restore and align and support your actual natural ideal sleep posture based on the curvature of your neck. And so what you're doing is you're kind of undoing that all day when you're looking at your phone. And then during sleep, you restore that during the 8 or hopefully at least 8 hours of sleep that you're getting at night. And so it's a nice way to help preserve that cervical curve, which is what you need in order to be upright and function properly as a human being. We all need to have good posture.
Great. And one thing as I'm listening to you talk is, and I think the cervical pillow in general, the one that has the bump in there that kind of keeps things aligned, will you do a little bit of a differentiation? I know custom is one thing, but I mean, the difference between, let's say, the cervical pillow that has been around for a while and this now custom pillow, what's the split hair difference? So me as a consumer and a listener can make that decision, help us make that decision overall.
Yeah, absolutely. Something that's being custom. And let me just also say something about the first cervical pillow, or a generic cervical pillow. My company actually founded and invented the very first cervical pillow in 1967. It happened after an accident. There was a whiplash issue. The inventor who invented this had to have some relief and then also needed relief after that for the rest of his life because he had these issues with soreness because of how, the severity of the injury. And so, necessity is the mother of invention. And out of that came the first cervical pillow that has the curves. And we invented that. So we still sell variations of that. It's a wonderful pillow. this is just a better way to get some customization for your neck. So if you think about it, think of ordering a custom pillow as like ordering a custom tailored suit versus buying one off the rack. If you buy off the rack, even the good ones often press or pull in places because everybody's body is slightly different. The tailor measures exactly your chest, shoulders, waist, arms, legs, etc., and then cuts the fabric so it fits you. So our pillow does the same, but for your head, neck, and sleep posture. So we measure exactly what your anatomy needs, so the fit is optimized.
Fantastic. That says it all right there, because, I've been in practice for 20 plus years, 24 years now. And like I had mentioned to you previously, one of top two things people have a difficult time figuring out what to buy because they just don't know how it's going to feel, or it just doesn't fit them right. Mattresses is one of them, and pillows. The pillows, I don't know what pillow to buy, Dr. Larry. I've tried, this, that, and the other, or I'll go to Walmart and get this, or I've spent $60 on this, filler pillow, whatever, and it still doesn't work right. And I think fundamentally, potentially, one of the main reasons is because of the contours of the neck and the different types of arthritic changes or traumas that happen in the neck, or the micro traumas like you mentioned with phones. And one little thing I did when you had mentioned this launch coming on when you were on my show a month ago is I did just a quick cursory search on the internet. I'm like, custom pillow, can I find a custom pillow? I will tell you, I was not able to find anything on the internet that came close to what you guys are doing. So really, you guys are at the top.
That's because we invented it.
I know.
This is so exciting. I have to interrupt you because
hit it.
There is nothing else like this on the market, Dr. Larry. We invented this pillow. There is nothing that exists right now that is doing what we are doing with sleep technology. Nothing.
Nope. You're
I'm
so right.
I'm so excited about it because it is absolutely going to revolutionize sleep.
Yeah, I was, because I'm always thinking like a patient or a listener. I'm like, okay, I'm going to see what I can find. Zero. I typed in custom pillow and all this search. I typed in this Digitize, nothing out there. So this was kind of cool. The fact that you guys did it. And it seems like just a natural progression. I mean, again, you guys hold the invention side of things for the first cervical pillow, which is well branded now. People all know what that is. And this is just like an outward manifestation of that. Awesome. If listeners want to get a custom pillow from Foot Leveler, how would they be able to go about that? What is the process so folks can do that?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, you would find someone you can do on the Nexi, on the custom pillow website that we have. It's nexicustompillow.com, NEXI custompillow.com. You can do a zip code search of the providers in the area that actually have the technology that can do the scan. So that's where I would go first. And it's very simple. The scan takes 2 minutes, and the available sizes of the pillow are a standard queen and king. And as I mentioned earlier, the pillow can accommodate special needs like for CPAP. So there is a cutout. So if you do turn on the side, you will be more comfortable. One of our earlier testimonials, I will say, is someone who does sleep with a CPAP. We have 2 users and one that doesn't, but did snore heavily. The one person said that they actually don't snore anymore. And actually their wife said they don't snore anymore. So she was actually, I think, happier than he was about that. And then, the turnaround, once the scan and the sleep profile are collected, the custom pillow is crafted and shipped to the provider's office. So you pick it up, and it's usually done in about 2 weeks.
Perfect. Jamie, thanks again for coming on the show. Exciting stuff. Gave me some little insight. I do have to say, I love how you have these little ways of describing things. The tailored fit suit. Yeah, I've been there. I've had the off the rack suit, and bunches in certain areas you don't like. You can wear it, but it's like, nope. And then versus way back in the day, I guess, when I wore suits, when they had that one custom tailor suit, it's memorable. So thanks again, Jamie. Sure. And when it comes to anything like this, I love having you back on for some of these little Q&As for the audience, and give us some insight on technology and everything you have going on at Foot Levelers.
Oh, absolutely. My pleasure. It's always so much fun to talk with you, Dr. Larry. Thanks so much.
You bet. Jamie gets very excited about pillows. Custom pillows, rocks for pillows. Elevate your head with a cement block. We've come a long way with the history of pillows. And now, hopefully, a few little tidbits for you to understand how to pick out the perfect pillow. Have a wonderful marriage with your new pillow. All right, upcoming announcements and our tip and trick of the week. After the break, this is the Dr. Larry Radio Show.
Dr. Larry will be back in a moment.
At West End Home Furnishings, downtown Iron River, we have 2 showrooms full of furniture for every room in your home. Need carpet? We have that too. We're open Monday through Saturday and can be found online or by calling 265-1401.
We've been advertising with WIKB for over a year and a half now, and what we like about it is that it gets out to the community, brings customers to us that typically wouldn't come. It reaches out to the UP into Eagle River. This is Kenny from Thermal Chaos Pub,
the fun bar in Dunbar.
Since we've been on WIKB, we've expanded our family relationships out to places such as Puerto Rico, Missouri, Iowa, and Colorado. And these are locations where they listen on the app, but this is part of the WIKB family also. There's no better way to go in the UP in northern Wisconsin than WIKB. Thermal Chaos Pub, please do try this.
This is California Sue, and you're listening to Dr. Larry Radio.
Hello, baby! Sammy Hagar's Top Rock Countdown is Saturday nights on 99.1 FM.
Rockin' the up!
Actually, it's UP, Sammy, like Upper Peninsula.
Well.
Yeah, but anyway, tune in at 5 p.m. on Saturdays.
Oh, yeah.
For 2 hours of the Red Rocker counting down his favorite classic rock with themes like best album openers, best B-sides, best solo artists. Every week is something new.
Don't miss it.
And if you do miss it, the Sunday afternoon rerun is on at 3.
Mas Tequila!
It's like 10 a.m., dude, but alright. Classic rock and your favorite hits in the Top Rock Countdown on... Can you tell them, Sammy?
WIKB-FM, Iron River.
An audiologist has extensive training preventing, diagnosing, and treating hearing and balance disorders. Research has shown people tend to underestimate the degree of their hearing loss. Rather than just selling hearing aids and fitting them, we try to look at the person and where he is as far as counseling and guidance on his hearing journey.
There's never been a better time to start hearing what you've been missing, and Lori LaFleur at Tri-County Communications will help you every step of the way on your journey to better hearing. Visit her office at 609 Central Avenue in Florence, Wisconsin. Give her a call at 715-528-4350 or find help online at TriCountyAudiology.com.
Break's over. Time to get cracking once again with Dr. Larry.
Welcome back. Okay, a couple of things before we wrap up the show and get to the weekly tip and trick. Here's lists of upcoming shows and some updates. Anatomy of appointments. Do you know how to have and make a successful appointment with your doctor? And by doctor, I mean physician, physician assistant, nurse practitioner, specialist, chiropractor, physical therapist. Let's just say doctor. Are you chronically late? Do you take more time than you should? Is your provider chronically late and take less time than they should? Are you always on time, or do you cancel on a dime? Because doctors clearly have packed schedules, so what's the biggie? It's the anatomy of an appointment with your doctor and your provider in an upcoming show. Want to give a special thanks to Rito Dorito, the quietest man in radio. Yes. He's been running the boards for us every week. Took time out of his busy schedule as he was apprenticing electrician stuff. Had his Thursday here in the morning and make sure he's a very technical kid, young man now. Although I looked at his union apprentice application and it says 26 and younger is adult child. I think that's how it says in your application. So you're still a child, actually, until you hit 26. All right, so, But anyway, probably going to be wrapping up his little gig here because he's going to be heading off into some type of gig, buying through the union the Electricians Union. Way to go, Reed. Good job, man. Next step in your career. We'll keep him for until then, but appreciate all the time he's put in the last couple of years helping me out with the show, making sure the sound's right. He's a little maestro on the mixer board here. He'll throw the levels down, up, just to make sure it sounds good for you, hit the commercials. He also actually dubs all of my and processes all of my interview stuff, too. I just hand it to him, and I said, break it up into 3 segments, 2 segments, figure out a good break, make sure it sounds clean, so he's got to have his brain active when he's listening to these shows because he's going to make sure it sounds good for you. So way to go, Rito Dorito. Thanks for all the years, man. So I'm going to buy him a chicken sandwich, a fried chicken sandwich. That's what he gets. Maybe some fries. Maybe fries and a drink, too. Yeah, I'll do that for you. That's what you get. My daughter, Keaton, she did one of the ads and does one of the ads for Edward Jones. Sounds really fun. Keaton Scout Flower, as we call her. So I got the family involved with the show, and Keaton's helped out. And also, don't forget, there is the Ask Dr. Larry link on WIKB.com. You can email your healthcare question to me throughout the week, or throughout the show, I should say. I will get back to you. I will answer them without your name on air if it's a good, relevant question for you all. So, WIKB.com, click the Ask Dr. Larry link. Use it. It's free. Sponsored by WIKB. 3 tabs also on my website, drlarryradio.com. Remember, this is announcements. So just check out my website, DRLARRY, Dr. Larry Radio. You better know how to spell that. .com. You'll see 3 tabs. There's a join free tab. You can put you on an email list for the show. There is the For Patients tab. So if you want to send an email question to my office, you can do that. Talk to the staff there. By the way, I have new software at the office, too. Pretty slick. Text reminders. Eventually, at some point, I got some stuff going to roll out next year. It's actually going to have some AI technology to fight insurance denials. That's a whole nother talk that we ain't going to have today. Ugh. On that for a moment, by the way. So your insurance company, you pay a pretty good premium for that. You have it. You pay it every single month, and in hopes when you need it, it's there. The old little double dip, they will hit up providers on technicalities. And so even though your provider, hospital, doctor provided a service for you, did what they were supposed to, let's say they checked off all the boxes. If they misfired on some of their notes or clinical notes because how you have to have all these checkpoints, insurance companies will claw back that money. And so that you paid your premium, they'll hit the provider up or hospital on a technicality, and they're taking back lots of money. So really, the net profit goes up when it comes to those, just based on technicalities. And it's not like even great stuff, to be honest with you. So, little poo-poo for that. Hopefully, they get themselves a little more squeaky clean when it comes to insurance stuff. And let's see here. What do I have? We got the tip and trick coming up here in about 10, 15 seconds. What else are you doing? What do you got going on this week? You enjoy the beautiful weather? How many times are you going to talk about the weather today? Huh? I know. It's going to be nice. Tomorrow, nice. Weekend, look out. Cut that lawn. Rake that grass. Get out and go. Pick out that pillow. Do yourself a favor. All right, Reed, it's time for the weekly tip and trick. You head up to the broadcast booth. I'm going to head out center stage for the demo because today we're going to learn a simple self-test for a Baker's cyst. And here we go.
All right, folks, you're Dr. Larry Baker's cyst. Currently, he's feeling below the hamstring, above the calf. He's feeling right behind his knee. Dr. Larry, what are you looking for?
I'm looking for a bump. I'm looking for a bump on the back of the knee. A bump or a lump on the back of the knee that is and could be a Baker's cyst. But what is a Baker's cyst? Well, it's a fluid-filled sac. It's a lump in the back of your knee that causes some stiffness and some discomfort. The condition was named after a 19th century surgeon who first described it. And guess what his name? I'll give you $0 if you guess his name. Dr. William Morant Baker. Baker's cyst. That's how these names come up, by the way. These guys coin it after themselves. So congratulations, you got it right. You earned $0 for that. Baker's cyst is typically a result of a problem inside of the knee. Just had a lady, she twisted her knee, fell. She was, I don't know, trying to get like a sock on or something like that. And she's like, can you check out my leg and my ankle? I was like, yeah, sure. So I did. This was just yesterday. And I was like, hey, you got a Baker's cyst? She's like, oh, you know what? I didn't know that, but I could guess I've had problems with that knee my whole life. So it's kind of the result of some potential tears on the inside part of the knee. The fluid fills up. It's really a livable nuisance. And a livable nuisance means you can't really get rid of it. You just got to deal with it. And it's not going to really hurt by the conventional sense. It's just going to ache a little bit. If you get a knee replacement, that thing's out of there. Dr. Harper, OSMS, he's sucked a few Baker's cyst out of people's knees for me as well, too. Pulled that jelly fluid out of there. And symptomatically, it helped. One lady just filled right back up. Another person didn't. So he'll do that for you if you want. OSMS. Especially if it's bothering you. But that's your Baker's cyst. It's not going to really hurt you too much, like I said. Just kind of a nuisance. But you feel in the back of your knee. That was the tip and trick. The lad did it right. Also, while you're back there in your knee, see if you got a varicose vein. See if that's pumping and pulsating. Make sure you don't have one of those guys or gals. Sometimes I'll catch those on people, too. I had to send out some veins and get those yanked out of the back of your leg because they can cause some issues, pain, and problem. Those things have to come out if they're bad. Baker's cyst you can live with. Varicose vein, you can live with for a while until it gets bad. So keep that in mind too, Baker's cyst. And folks, of course, remember, you can listen to me live right here every week to learn how to achieve a better back and better health. Or if you're having a pain or problem, I'm here to help. My number at the office. Yeah, I was waiting for that one, Reed. You messed up on your almost last day here at the job. Can't believe you. You're not fired, don't worry. You're not fired for your unpaid intern gig. My number at the office is 906-875-3215. Have a good day. Boy on the board, and I'll see you next week, everybody.
WIKB, Iron River, Crystal Falls, Iron Mountain, Kingsford.